All right, into Red Room. How are you? I'm just gonna, you know, just ignore it, you know. So this is gonna be a short video about some home stuff that I got. Their kitchen. It's basically kitchen items. So yeah, the reason why I got a lot of these is because I'm looking for different tools to make my life easier, and I'm gonna try and start cleaning this kitchen up. Really putting an effort to clean it up. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clean out the fridge. I've started doing the meal prep stuff because it's getting colder, and I just know that I'm not gonna want to go outside. So blah blah blah. Anyway, so there's that. I'm going to show you all the stuff that they got. It's a mix of things from Marshalls. Is it Marshalls? Is it Marshalls? No. Marshalls, I got this little mini thing. I'll just show you really quickly. It's inconsequential because pretty much everything else is kitchen stuff. I had to get a new USB cord. I'm going to try and see what is up with the USB cord that I have for my phone. I don't know what's happening with it, so I just decided to get another one to see if it's this or the wall plug. I'm assuming it's the cord because the first cord that I had that came with the set was messing up, and so I changed up the cord, and then it was working for a while, and then it stopped. But I had just gotten it like a week ago, so I'm gonna try this one, and we're gonna see how it goes. So yes, because right now I'm using a computer charger, and it's just like, ooh, girl, no. So anyway, out the way. Let's get into the kitchen stuff. The main thing that I got is this big ass bowl. It's another bowl, but it's a bigger size. It's 18 quart. So it's from Bombay. It's the same brand, I think, as the other one. And that one is like 14, I think. So I got 18. And then I saw a 25, y'all, a 25 quart. And I don't know why I'm like doing this, getting these big ass like things or whatever. Yeah, like big ass like things. But I decided to get this. So I'm excited because I do mainly collard greens and stuff like that. And I want bigger bowls because I just like really small bowls just kind of irritate me a little bit because it's like when you're making stuff, if it's a small bowl, it can't accommodate, and then you're eating another bowl, and you kind of are starting to, you know what I'm saying? So getting another one of these, what I may end up doing is getting like another one of that size, another one of this size, and then the really large 25. And that way I'll have them. Like, I don't anticipate cooking a lot more, but for some reason, like maybe a spiritual spidey sense is kicking in. Like, girl, you will be cooking a lot more. Like, either I'm going to like start really cooking for people or doing something. I don't know. It's something about that like seems like it's coming through very intuitively. So 18 quarts. So I got this at Burlington. And that's the price, $14.99. Fairly inexpensive. I think the other one that I got wasn't at Burlington. It was at Marshalls. They were in the same shopping center. But that one, I think, was relatively the same price. So there's that. But yeah, I really just like good mixing bowls for this. So for the meat, and that way I can separate it with like my meats are doing this over here, my veggies and whatever else I'm doing is that. And I'm very inspired by like all the cooking shows that I watch, like cooking from all over the world. And it's funny because like those videos, like they be cooking for like hundreds of people, so like they be having really huge bowls, and I'd be so inspired. It's like, girl, who are you really cooking for? But you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I probably will get some smaller ones and stuff like that, but I did get the bigger ones because like when I make collard greens, you know, like also filling, like I said, filling stuff up avoid water and stuff like that too. Water and whatever ingredient it is, it needs to be accommodated. So yeah, I might need to get a ceramic one that's kind of big, because I was doing like metallic, I was looking into metallic food storage bins, and they were like, if you have anything acidic, it, you know, interacts with the metal and stuff like that. And I do use linen to kind of do this, so I might have to get that together as well. So many things to get. But anyway, this is thing one. Second thing that I got is this garlic press. I love garlic. I mint it myself. I chop it myself. But if this can make it easier for me, why not? So I decided to get it. It's a brand I've never heard of, Kitchery Tools, whatever. Kitchery Tool, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it works, it works. In the future, you know, I may upgrade to an all metal one, whatever. But yeah, this is a tool that I got for, yeah, so you see all the holes. And so yeah, I'm excited to use it because I do like garlic, and I'm gonna try and prep a lot of garlic. I've been seeing a lot of people with garlic. Like cooking videos again inspire me to like prep food and stuff like that. But also I live in a region that gets cold, and then like things will be closed, and then you can't get to the stuff, and it's just like I don't have time for that. So I just want to prep. Okay, next up are these silicone molds. So it's two different kinds. So the way that they are advertising it is that it's for air frying. So they have like these flat ones that are more like for eggs, as you can see, like that, and it's like 3 of them. And then these, it's like, what is it, 7 of these are more like if you want, like, they have the little, oh, they have them back, like little mini quiches, or you know, stuff like that, like things like this. I just want to make molds of things like onions, garlic, so I can put them in freezer bags and put them in the thing. I'm okay with laying it flat, but then it's like sectioning it out to kind of, I want it to stay sectioned, right? Because like when you start moving stuff and you just crease the back, like that ain't, you know, it's whatever. So I want to do one that's more flat for onions, and then one that's like more cupped for garlic. And you might do it for both, but yeah. So I got this. The other one that I really want is this is so CG. It's like so CG. I want the silicone like portion ones. So I gotta go on Amazon, I think, and find those. Let me see. I think it is, but I want to get the little block portion things. I think it would help a lot. So there's that. Yeah, silicone portion freezing trees. Yes. They look really interesting. And again, meal prepping kind of thing, freezer prepping for future season, you know, I am considering these. So that is on my list to get. Stay tuned. Last but not least is 3 different food storage container systems. So one thing I want to get, start getting into the cabinets and organizing stuff in the cabinets by getting the, what is it, OXO food bins. So they look like this. Let me get it. Hold on. Got it. Okay. So it looks like this, and you see the OXO in the front, right? Okay. So you press it and it opens up like that. I have a few of them. I think it was like a 3-piece set or something like that. Or I may have just gotten them individually. I don't know. But I have 2 of these, and then I have a larger size. But I want to get more of those because I want to organize the cabinet. And of course, you can keep all of the stuff in there. like in the right containers, like the oatmeal and stuff like that, that's fine to me. My spice cabinet is in the middle, so I don't think I'm going to touch too much of that, because the spices can stay in there. Like, I'm not opposed to that. The spices can stay in there. It's this side cabinet over here that needs to be organized, because I have beans and I have my baking stuff. Like, so I need to get one for like flour, sugar, stuff like that. Like, I just don't want anything crawling into it, you know, getting into it and stuff like that. Like, and then the, you know, stuff like the bag rips or has a hole in it or something like that. I don't want that to, like, you know, affect the freshness of the item. So I want to get a few of those. I want to get one for the spaghetti too. But then that one's like really large, and it's like the way that the shelves are configured is so big. And I would have to adjust the height of like the other two shelves. And it's like, if I do that, then essentially I'm almost eliminating one shelf off of it. So, yeah, so that's on the bucket list type things. So let's get into these three. So I got two from the same brand, and then one is a different brand. So I got the Totally brand. This is from HomeSense, all three of these. I got the Totally food storage, 4 containers with 4 lids. It's an 8-piece set, which is 4 containers and 4 lids. So yeah, looks like that. So essentially, you can use in the freezer, refrigerator, the top rack of the dishwasher, and if you want to reheat it in the microwave, you can. Just don't use it. Don't have the lid on. So it's 4 different sizes. Let me just like break it open, because I gotta like kind of tentatively wash all of these. I'm not doing that today. You thought. I'm not doing that today. I got schoolwork to do, so I'm gonna try and get caught up on that. So it's kind of like, so looks like this, and then just each one has a thing. I really like this because I like the silicone kind of top. I do like that there's like a little window so you can see what you have, and then it has like a little thing here, so if it's like still warm, you can kind of like let the heat escape, you know. But it's like 4 different sizes. So this is the smallest, next size, smallest, next size, next size, largest size, and then all of the kind of containers. Another thing I was considering with this was glass, and I decided to just not get glass at all, because I know me, and I know that I drop things, and I would be so annoyed with myself if I had like food and then I dropped it and it's glass and food and all that, and it's just kind of a danger to pick up. And you have to be really careful with cleaning glass, because it's like, it goes everywhere. And I mean, I don't walk on the floor barefoot, but if I did, that would be another thing to kind of consider. Like, it could be glass somewhere and I don't see it, then I cut my foot or whatever. But some people like it because they don't like the plastic, even if it's not single-use plastic. They don't like the potential of having to reheat stuff in plastic and like the kind of health implications for that. So yeah. The next set is a 6-piece set. It's the Farberware 6-piece storage set, freezer, microwave, dishwasher, safe. So yeah, looks like this. Oh, so the first set was $7.99. This set is $6.99. So it looks like this, and they're all the same size. So yeah, they're all the same size, and these are you pull on these, so they shouldn't be too big of an issue. So I got the green set, and they all just kind of look like that. So just kind of put the lid on, kind of like that. Boom. And then when you want to take it off, there you go. So there's that. Simple enough. This is really good for like some veggies, sides, stuff like that. I don't necessarily take a proper lunch to my job. So, you know, I just kind of put it in a bag and call it a day. But you know, some people, they're really like organized, like bento box type things. I do want to get into a bento box, but then if I have food that needs to be microwaved, then it's like always the issue of like microwave. I did see a bento though with like that was like microwavable, like metal, and I was like, huh, like what's happening with that? Because I would like to try a bento box, and I do things so. So yeah, the last one is from the same brand, Farberware. This is a 14-piece food storage set, so it's 7 containers, 7 lids. Again, dishwasher safe, top rack, dishwasher safe, freezer safe, microwave safe. And this is what it looks like. But yeah. And the reason I got more rectangular square things is because I like the angularness of being able to stack things and put things right next to each other. And then when it's circular, it's like, it's such an odd shape to kind of like organize. Especially in places like a fridge where it itself is like rectangular. So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? The space inside is like a rectangular space. Lay flat or whatever. So like really odd shapes for storage don't work, you know? So that again, I got like more leaning on the greenish side, except the center is more like purplish. So that's what they look like, all the containers, and they all have the little side flap over here, and then it looks like that inside. So this is the smallest size, next smallest size for that, other size up, and this is the largest size. So yeah, I think these are great, and I'm excited to use them. Because like I said, am meal prepping and stuff like that, and so the stuff that's good for the freezer, I may also use those, but I am definitely eyeing those silicone prep things. I think I will kind of like splurge on those. So yeah, that's everything that I bought for the kitchen. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Stay tuned for a kind of like Christmas wish list kind of video. I gotta like compile that, but I do want to get some things for myself for Christmas, so we're kind of like see how that goes. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.